Szoboszlai was actually brilliant before the free kick, right?
Again, I would say, but not again in the sense of again as a right fullback, but again, I'm only working with him now for a little bit more over a season. But he, I think, shows what Liverpool is all about. Unbelievable character and sacrifices himself for the team. If he has to play right winger, right fullback, as a 10, doesn't matter where he has to play, he gives his best. And again, he was outstanding today. As a fullback, as he also is outstanding when he plays in the midfield for us.
Well, obviously very disappointed with the results. Very proud of my players. I think both teams, we elevated the game to a level that it was no margins between the two, and very little happens. A lot of action in many areas, not that much in the boxes. And it was going to be decided in two possible actions: an individual error or a magic moment. And it was decided on a magic moment from the side.
Dom, well played. Sometimes when a player scores a great goal, they know the second it leaves their foot. Did you know?
Well, luckily we could practice, since we started the season, we could practice some free kicks. But I feel this was a little bit farther. I was like...
32 yards.
Okay, thank you. I was like, I take a risk. I was confident in myself, so I tried it, and finally. It was a long time ago.
Why finally?
Because it was a long time ago, you know, when you practice all the time. And now, to be honest, I should mention Trent, because as you know, he was taking the free kicks because obviously he has an unbelievable shot. But finally I could have my chance, and did it.
He had his chance and he took it. A sensational goal to decide what was a real tussle between last season's top two.
Yeah, I think Mikel Arteta nailed it, really. It was a tie that was very tight, and it was almost like neither wanted to lose it rather than win it, and it was a magic moment, and that free kick was very, very special. The way he got it up and down so quickly, it was one of those moments where you got off the sofa. But for me, it's huge. In this title race, these are the two real heavyweight contenders, and it's first blood Liverpool, and we see you 32 yards out. Not many people beat David Raya from that distance, and his movement is moving towards the football. He's not wrong-footed by this at all. Often you see a goalkeeper wrong-footed, and that is the millisecond it takes to get back across. His momentum's actually going to his right-hand side, so it's an even better free kick.
He's not by accident he's done that. Like he said, he practices a lot. You know, that's why he's confident enough to step up. He's been pushed off of him by Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's now moved on to Real Madrid, so he gets the opportunity to take him, stand up himself. I would give him the opportunity to take the next one as well. I mean, wonderful technique, but the power of it. You know, Ray is a good goalkeeper, and to beat him from 32 yards, it needs to be a hell of a strike, and it was.
Yeah, just Szoboszlai been asked to play in an unfamiliar position as well, and he's excelled the last two games.
He's a very good player, Eddie. He's got lungs like a deep-sea diver, I'll call it. He can run all day, every day. I mean, he never, ever gets tired when he plays in midfield. He understands what the manager wants, and he's asked him to play fullback, and he's brilliant at that as well. And I don't think you've got to question his defensive attributes. I think he's capable. I think he's responsible. He does the job for the side. Whatever's needed for the side, he will do it. He's one of the first on the team sheet now, I'm sure, whether it's midfield or whether it's at fullback.
Just looking at David Raya, and you mentioned, Glenn, that not many people, would beat him from there. And he got close to the ball. At what point would he have seen that, though?
Well, I think he quite often they use the bodies in the wall as kind of a makeshift kind of to send you the wrong way, and it's one step that way, and then you can't get back. But David Raya's movement is always to the right-hand side, so he's got the momentum with him. When we just watch here, he's just lined his wall up, and when this is struck, he's always moving to his right, so it's often when they're wrong-footed. See here, the momentum's with the goalkeeper, so this has to be absolutely inch-perfect inside that
Wirtz and Gakpo do very, very well. They're trying to block the view of David Raya, and he just block it. Just for that split second is just enough. I think he sees it once it starts coming over the top of the wall, but it's coming at such pace. Can't get across. Wonderful.
Do you know what, Jules? Sometimes after training, I would stand in and we'd have a mess round, and the speed those balls come at you is like incredible. So you've got to know it already come. The goalkeepers do that every day, so they're used to it. But that is just sublime free kick.
Yeah, 32.2 yards is the official distance. Glenn mentioned that it's first blood Liverpool. The top two from last season, it was in danger of going towards a 0-0. We know the four of the last five before this had been draws. But Liverpool found a way to win the match. Was it just rewards for them, especially in the second half where they really turned the screw a bit more?
I thought it was an even game. I really did. I think the game has come too early in the season, unfortunately, but they're both not ready. They're both not firing on all cylinders. But certainly Liverpool. But they managed to get the job done. You know, the last-minute winner against Newcastle as well. I mean, that's a sign of champions in my eyes. You know, they've gone course and distance. They're proven. They know how the experience of getting over the line. Arsenal got no excuses now. They've strengthened in the market. They've got Mikel, the players, what he's desired. I'm not sure they're finished yet. They might do some more business tomorrow. But they've got some injuries. They picked up injuries. There's so many injuries at the moment, muscle injuries, which is from every team. It's how you cope with them situations. Liverpool know how to cope with it. They've had it all last year. And like I say, no more excuses for Arsenal. It's now or never for them. They have to win this league.
To mention them strengthening in the window, very important to note that Bukayo Saka, Martin Ødegaard was involved late on, but he was also injured. Those muscle injuries, as you mentioned, although his was a shoulder. And then Saliba goes off early as well. Now, last season, that's the spine of the team. Those are their three main players. This season, they had replacements for them.
Yeah, they do, but that foundation of Gabriel and Saliba, we've seen the fall down towards the end of last season. It looks really innocuous what he does here, but when you lose that foundation, Arsenal lose that X factor because it allows those players like your Sakas and things to go on and create. Couldn't quite get Eze on the field from the start today, but he's got so many more options now, Mikel Arteta, and I agree with Tim. It's now or never for Arsenal. Also got that 9 in the door that they've wanted for so long.
Yeah, let's look at Arsenal's next couple of fixtures because the Champions League draw was also done in midweek, and so they have European focus to come as well. It's a tough start to the season for them overall, and Nottingham Forest Athletic Club is the first game they play on the 16th of September in the Champions League. Manchester City and Newcastle also to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a League Cup game in between there too. It's very tough start.
Very tough. They'll go away international. 90% of their squad will be away playing international football. So Mikel will be redundant for a couple of weeks, which manager doesn't like, especially on the back of a defeat against your championship rivals. But you know, just got to get on with it. They've got to come back healthy. They've got to play them games. They're all playing them international games. They have to come back. Their squad is getting stretched. We know they've made some signings to give them a little bit more depth, but they need the players back healthy to challenge for the title. I think they're capable of taking it right to the wire. There was nothing in that game today. It needed a bit of magic to settle it, and Szoboszlai produced it.
So when you're saying taking it right to the wire, do you think the champions are coming from this game today?
I do. I genuinely do. I think it's really difficult to rule out Manchester City because they've had a poor start, lost 2 games already. But Pep Guardiola is a genius. We know what he's capable of doing. But if I was a betting man, I would say between Liverpool and Arsenal.
If you're an Arsenal player, if you're Mikel Arteta after this, you know, you've had some time now to think about the result. What do you think is the highlight and what do you think is the low light for them from this game?
I think that they pushed Liverpool all the way, and for moments in the game they were in the ascendancy. They had more shots in the game. There's so many positives to take out of the game for Arsenal, but ultimately, like we say, it was a moment of magic, and they needed one of their players to step up and do that. But I think you've got to take into consideration it's very, very early on in the league. So it's one of those you have to take on the chin, dust yourself down, and keep going.
I think a lot of people expected Eberechi Eze to start today.
Yeah.
I think Mikel Arteta was quite coy when asked in this pre-match press conference. He said we have a lot of players who can fill that role. What did you expect?
I expected him to play. I really did. I think if it was a player coming from a foreign country, new to the Premier League, then it's to bet him in. But not with Eze. Eze played hundreds of games, you know, in the Premier League. We know he's game ready. We know he's ready to step up. It's his boyhood team, the team he got released from, playing at Anfield, huge game. I think in hindsight, Mikel might have started him if he looks back.
Yeah, I thought he would have taken that momentum of all the positive, like you say, his childhood club, the welcome he got from Wrighty and the whole of the Arsenal family. I thought he would have taken that and kind of thrust him in, thrust him into that limelight and said, go and win me this game, become an icon right away. But unfortunately, opted for the bench.